Assalamu alaikum. I am Noorani Qaida and this is 𝐂𝐸𝐲 Academy. In this episode, inshallah, we will discuss the letter B, so stay tuned.
𝐂𝐸𝐲 Academy.
So this is just to remind you that we are using Al-Minhaj book, the 𝐂𝐸𝐲 Academy book. Okay, so in the last class we finished and we discussed the first letter, which is letter Alif. So today inshallah we will discuss the second letter, which is letter B. As we know from the last episode, our discussion will be through the next questions, which are: what is its point of articulation and how to pronounce it? The second question is heavy or light letter. The third question: what is its counterpart in English? The fourth letter, however, is what are the common mistakes when pronounce this letter? So let's move to the next question. Now we have the first question: what is letter B? Points of articulation and how to pronounce it. So what I will do now is pronouncing letter B, and your mission is to discover its points of articulation and how to pronounce it. And we said in the last episode the difference between the point of articulation and how to pronounce it. The point of articulation, we are saying just the organs that we are used to pronounce this letter, but how to pronounce it, how we use these organs to pronounce this letter. So now B, 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 boo, B, B. Can you discover now what is the point of articulation of letter B? Exactly. The point of articulation is the lips. B, 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 boo. So this is the point of articulation of letter B, the lips. So here is the points of articulation is the lips. So this is the answer of the first question. What is the point of articulation? So let's now move to the second part of this question, which is how to pronounce it. Okay, this is the second part of this question, how to pronounce it. Actually, we are pronouncing this letter, which is letter B, by pressing the lips together. By what? By pressing. By pressing or closing the two lips together. B, B, B. Repeat after me. B, B. So this is the answer of the first question. What is its points of articulation and how to pronounce it? Let's now move to the second question. It's heavy letter or light letter? Okay, this is a very important question. When we say the letter, when we ask this letter is heavy or light, what we mean by that? We mean by that the back of the tongue will be raised or not. If the back of the tongue is raised, this letter will be heavy. But if the back of the tongue is not raised, this letter will be light. So the translation of this question, this letter is heavy or light, is this letter, the back of the tongue, when you pronounce this letter, will be raised or not. This is the actual meaning and the translation of this question. This letter is heavy or light. So we can ask this question in another way. Now we can say, when we pronounce letter B, we will raise the back of the tongue or not. What is the answer? The answer is the back of the tongue will not be raised when we pronounce letter B, which means letter B is a light letter. B, B, B. Letter B is a light letter. But if the back of the tongue is raised, we will say ba. And this is a wrong pronunciation, and this is not the correct pronunciation of letter B, because letter B is a light letter. B, B, B. Okay? Okay, so let's now move to the third question we have. So the third question is, what is its counterpart in English? Okay? What is its counterpart in English? So let's now say the counterpart is like letter B, as in the word book, okay, or as in the word back, for example. So the sound of letter B looks like this B and looks like this B, and this is one of the easiest sounds and letters in Arabic reading because it looks like letter B in English, okay, and it's also light, as we said, so is a very easy letter. The back of the tongue will not raised, okay. So this is letter B. Its counterpart as letter B for book in English, okay. So let's now move to the next question, which is, what are the common mistakes when pronouncing letter B? So the first common mistake we have is the excessive air when pronouncing letter B. Let's take an example. The excessive air. Now, for example, the word Bismi, as in the ayah Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, okay? Some people say peace me. No, there is no excessive air when pronouncing letter B. The excessive air again is one of the most common mistakes when pronouncing letter B. So don't say peace me, but say Bismi. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. B, not P, B. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. This is the first common mistake when pronouncing letter B, the excessive air while it's pronounced it. The second common mistake is making letter B heavy. We said letter B should be light. Letter B, the back of the tongue will not be raised. Letter B is light letter. So one of the common mistakes is making letter B heavy. How? Let's take an example. And this is, by the way, this happens when letter B followed by a heavy letter. So let's take an example. This word al-batil, because this ta is a heavy letter, some people saying al-batil, al-batil, and this is wrong. It's al-batil, al-batil. Let's take an example from the Quran, Surah Al-Anfal, the ayah 8. Allah says, لِيُحِقَّ الْحَقَّ وَيُبْطِلَ الْبَاطِلَ وَلَوْ كَرِهَ الْمُجْرِمُونَ. لِيُحِقَّ الْحَقَّ وَيُبْطِلَ الْبَاطِلَ وَلَوْ كَرِهَ الْمُجْرِمُونَ. Some people says لِيُحِقَّ الْحَقَّ وَيُبْطِلَ الْبَاطِلَ, and this is wrong because letter B is a light letter, so we can't make it a heavy one. لِيُحِقَّ الْحَقَّ وَيُبْطِلَ الْبَاطِلَ وَلَوْ كَرِهَ الْمُجْرِمُونَ. Okay, so another common mistake also is when we read Quran, when we read Quran and letter B comes in the state of a sukun, we have to make qalqala. So some people doesn't make qalqala, like some people don't make qalqala. For example, Allah saying yubasirun, the word yubasirun, okay, the ba has sukun, so we should bounce it or we should make qalqala and say like this, yubasirun. Some people say yubsirun without making qalqala. No, when we read Quran and letter B comes in the state of a sukun, we have to make qalqala like yubasirun. So these are the common mistakes when pronouncing letter B. The first one is excessive air when we pronounce letter B. The second one is making letter B a heavy letter. The third one, however, is not making qalqala. So take care to these common mistakes and try to avoid it as much as you can. So now we finished our discussion today for the letter B. Inshallah, in the next episode, inshallah, we will discuss the letter T. So stay tuned. Now we came to the end of this episode. So if you want to follow up the next episodes, consider subscribing. Also, if you want a qualified Quran tutor, whether for yourself or your kids, we are providing online Quran classes. Don't forget to check out our app. See you inshallah in the next episode. Assalamu alaikum.
Shaykhi Academy. Learn and enjoy.